Okay, so after this, we're going to have each of the entrant teams come up and give a quick 1-2 minute pitch just to talk about themselves and their social enterprise. But before that, we wanted to bring up Michelle Randall. Michelle is one of our all-star mentors. And just to give a quick background, she works as a consultant for small and medium enterprises, is a speaker, author, and a blogger for Fast Company magazine. And as I just said, she's been a mentor for GSVC for 6 years and mentored the first place team in 2010. So I'd like to bring Michelle up.
Is there a way to raise this? Oh, there it is. So we can stick. So this is what it looks like when it's time for me to call my mentor. I go, oh, yeah, I should call Alan about this because I want to discuss the new drama for my book, and I also want to talk with him about getting more attendees at my next CEO roundtable. Well, but if I just contact my friends who are executive directors of trade associations for the roundtable, I'm sure I'll have enough people. So I'll try that idea first, and then I'll call Al. And the table of contents, I'll email it to him. I'll get his feedback that way. So question, what am I doing wrong?
You're not using your mentor.
You're exactly right. I'm not calling him. I'm not calling my mentor. And so what am I losing by not calling my mentor? What?
Perspective.
I'm losing his perspective. I'm losing his input. I'm losing him as a sounding board, all of his experience, all of his expertise, losing all of it. And I'm staying really, really insular right here. So I will start with an admission. I am a lousy mentee. So, why on earth, I mean, this is the time you ask yourself, why is she talking to us about working with mentors? And I'll tell you why. I'm also a professional mentor. So it's an odd combination, but I work with CEOs and business owners. You have me on retainer, and they call on me for sounding board and ideas, and they're in their crisis and things like that. And so I want them to be a lot better mentees than I am. And as a result, I work very hard at training them in order how to be a good mentee and to make the most out of me and in our working relationship. Now, you all just got mentors. The mentors already probably have mentors. But the entrants just got mentors. And it's a great opportunity, but we just heard you have a tremendous workload. This is not the only thing that you're doing. And so the very likely possibility is you're going to get so overwhelmed that, yeah, you want to call, but you may not call as early as you want or as often as you'd be productive, and it is just as beneficial as it could be. And so I wanted to share with you about how to really make the most of the mentoring relationship, because it is a relationship. And it could be one of the most important relationships that you have for your business, not only now, but also ongoing. So really there are 3 things to take away from this and how to do it. The first off is to co-design the working relationship with your mentor. I've already talked with my team, who's not here tonight, but we got on the phone and it was like, he's like, so, I was thinking that, do you want to talk once a week for an hour or something? And I was like, that's really not what I think is most productive. I said, the best thing for us to do is sit down for a couple hours, let's really knock some stuff out, and then we'll go from there. I said, okay, well, great. And so, in any case, we co-designed the way that we were going to work together. I met with them this afternoon for 2.5 hours, and in that period of time, we drew up their strategy. And we got to the point where we worked on their marketing strategy. We have plans for growth, and we also are really working at subsecting their markets in 2.5 hours. Totally would not have happened for me, the way that I do things, with one call here and one call there, and on and on and on. And so your mentor knows what's going to be most effective of how they can work with you. So work with them in order to do that. Because how else could we accomplish these things? So they know that best. Secondly, be really candid. Okay? Be really candid in that be honest about what's going on with your business, be honest about what you don't know, and be honest when you disagree with your mentor. Don't nod and say yes and all that's fine, but really push back, because this is building a relationship. And when you have an honest pushback and an honest exchange, that's when you really are developing that relationship. And the third thing is, timing. So I've been doing this for 6 years. The very first team that I mentored, and I've seen them on a TED video, so they are still working, they're still in business and everything like that. At least they were when it was reported. But I had gotten an introduction hi from them at the beginning of the competition, and then on, let me see, it was Saturday night at about 10 o'clock, I received their business plan for my review. It was due Monday morning. So that was impossible. I was being treated it was like a perfunctory step. Oh yeah, I gotta go run this by the mentor. And that's really unrealistic, whereas the team, not the first team that I won, but the first team that I mentored, but the team that won first place, I got their business plan early, we had back and forth about their model, we were able to push on each other and to be able to come up with something that really was very impressive. And so give it time. Make sure that you include them and that there's a way for them to be included in the process. So, does anybody have any questions right now about how to engage your mentor? Any of the entrants? Yes?
No, I'm a mentor, but what did you do on that Saturday night?
I kind of left. I'll be honest. So, I only think I saw it till sometime Sunday, but I was like, you've got to be kidding. What would you have done?
That or less.
Yeah. Believe me, I was shocked when I saw that TED video. Does anybody, though, any of the participants, do you have questions about how to engage? Have you all already contacted your mentors? Hands, not just nods, I want hands. All right, I'm seeing non-hands being raised here. So contact them right away. Because look at what my team and I have already accomplished. And I talked with them when I left. I said, okay, I've got to go talk to these people. And I said, what's the value? What was the value of this afternoon? And they said, 80% of the company. I said, okay, what does that mean? They said, we are 80% more likely to achieve the vision that we set today because we were here. 80%, one afternoon, 2.5 hours. Your mentors can bring you a lot of value. So use them, because you have this incredible thing. I don't know, I looked and we've got executive directors, we've got CEOs, we've got consultants like myself. This is what I usually charge money for. You get it for free. So in any case, I will end with a story of a mentor. And this mentor was a high school music teacher. And he had a bunch of students, and then he had one boy who really stood out to him. He was really special, and he saw a promise in the boy, and he took him under his wing. The boy's dad wasn't around, so he took him under his wing and taught him to teach saxophone, and gave him some leadership position in the band. And so the boy went on to do really amazing things because his mentor believed in him. And he has played saxophone on television, and I bet actually a number of us have seen that. But he went on to do more than just be a saxophone player. That boy was Bill Clinton. This is not about a business plan competition. I volunteer every year because I love to turn great ideas into even better companies that are having an impact on the world. And that, everybody in this room can agree. So let's go make the most of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. And for everyone to just be aware